Hello, and welcome to the 90th commencement of Walt Whitman High School. As the term commencement implies, today we not only honor the academic accomplishments of our young men and women, but we also wish them well as they embark on the next chapter of their lives. We are so proud of the class of 2020, so delighted to be able soon to call them Whitman graduates, and we hope that their experiences here have been ones which make them also proud to call Whitman their forever home. We begin our ceremony with the Pledge of Allegiance, recited by GSO Vice President Nimra Ishtiaq, followed by our national anthem, sung by senior members of the Whitman Choir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As we move to the student-led portion of our program, we would like to pause to honor our top 10 scholars for 2020. They are Jeremy Foreman, Gabrielle Gerard, Stephen Hong, Aiden Lupker, Catherine Miata, Emily Murphy, Tyler Phelan, Logan Slansky, Natalie Ugenti, Stephen Verderami. Congratulations, top 10 scholars.
Hi, this is Dr. Hong with the final weekly wrap-up call of the year. I would like to start off by thanking Dr. Bernardo, Walt Whitman administrators and faculty, family and friends of graduates, and of course, my fellow graduates, for the honor of speaking to you today. This could be the first time in history that graduation is occurring before prom. So I'd just like to mention that I'm still looking for a prom date, ladies. Anyways, congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. We finally made it, and today we receive our diplomas, the culmination of 12 years of hard work and perseverance. While no two journeys were the same, we have all made it. Today, we are here to celebrate our accomplishments and our unique stories. But before I speak on that, I want to give a huge thank you to my family, who has supported me since day one, and also to my teachers and friends, who have shaped me into who I am. and have made my time at Whitman so special to me. My fellow graduates, so many people have been a part of your individual journeys, so please give it up for everyone who helped you get here. Today, we celebrate your growth and accomplishments over the past 12 years. I've witnessed your hard work and resilience in the classroom, in sports, and in your everyday lives. I commend you all. While this day marks the end of high school for you, it also represents your final passage into adulthood. Following today, you'll be expected to make your own decisions, to take charge of your life, and to finally accept that the tooth fairy is not real. However, your growth does not stop here. Remember, we're all works in progress, and we should strive to become better every day. As you move on into the next chapter of your life, I encourage you to continue working hard and to seek discomfort. What does working hard mean to you? To me, it means fighting for your opportunities and continue to push yourself in the face of adversity. Our lives are defined by opportunities, by the ones we take and by the ones we miss. So put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable, because that is when you will grow the most. No cap. Or should I say, no cap. In a troubled world, plagued with protests and poor responses to the pandemic, serious changes need to be made. This is our calling to rise up to the challenge. We are the change that the world so desperately needs. We are the scientists, the activists, the doctors, the business people. We are the future of humanity. And so, my final piece of advice for you is, no half sends. I want to leave you all with a quote from a personal hero of mine. In the wise words of Macklemore, so we put our hands up, like the ceiling can't hold us. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2020.
Well, at least we don't have to sit on the sweltering hot turf for hours on end. And nobody has to worry about busy parking lots or hard to find seats. This virtual graduation does have its perks. But what would we be doing right now if this happened 50 years ago, or even 20? Our past technology wouldn't have allowed us to continue our senior year online. Just one of our VY computers could easily outperform the fastest supercomputer of 2000, which had a price tag of $50 million in today's dollars. So our ability to have this virtual graduation, finish our senior year online, and overcome all the other obstacles due to COVID-19 is all thanks to change. And it truly is amazing how fast that change can occur. I remember believing on the Monday of our sudden last week of school that the whole situation was being overblown, that nothing was going to change, and that everything would continue as is. Well, I sure was way off. But if we think about it, rapid change isn't really anything new for us. We all experienced one the first day we stepped foot into Whitman. Whether we made the leap from Stimson or another district, we all came here from vastly different places. And we all experienced how the high school routine became our repetitively lulling and comforting reality. Regardless if we considered Whitman a second home, a prison, or both, we all grew accustomed to the familiarity of the hallways and classrooms. The parade of upperclassmen in tutus and short shorts transformed from an absolute shock to an expected occurrence. The sight of the strange man with an axe and life-size wooden bowl changed from an oddity to a normality. And the hallway decorations evolved from a holiday miracle to an annual display of school spirit. Yes, we got intimately familiar with Whitman. Which fountain to get water from so it's not unnaturally warm, how to find the nearest bathroom that doesn't have a 10-hour line, what to do when you're being attacked by flies, and where the north and south side of the school is, assuming you're not like me and it took 3 years to figure that one out. We also enjoyed the soothing sanctuary of our treasured teachers and favorite friends and activities. But just like all good things, and bad things for that matter, our time at Whitman had to come to an end. Our end was abrupt. It was March 13th. Coronavirus was declared a national emergency, and we all got the call that Whitman would be closing. Once again, we were thrown headfirst into battle with the ugly monster called change. Yet this beast is one we have already slain, and one we will soon have to slay again when we go to the next stage of our lives, whether that's college, work, the military, or one of the many other possible paths that we can take. According to Mary Shelley, nothing is so painful to the human mind as great and dramatic change. So each time we confront the monster, there will be suffering and sadness. That's perfectly normal. But after the initial shock, there will be progress and prosperity too. Just think about everybody you grew closer with during your high school years. Change can bring good. Change can bring happiness. And change is always followed by its best friend, growth. The American Revolution resulted in both bloodshed and the land of the free we call our home. The Great Depression destroyed the lives of many, yet paved the way for our modern government. And the devastating tragedy of 9/11 brought our nation together. Each time the generations before us faced change, they embraced it, learned from it, and made change of their own to prevent a repeated catastrophe. The coronavirus is our clash with change, our history, our monster, and it is up to us to ensure that it never happens again. This time, we are the ones who will be eternalized in history. But let's not forget the ones eternalized in our history of change, setbacks, and accomplishments. When we began our first days at Whitman, decorated rocks for Mr. Murphy, went to our essential jobs, stayed home to care for sick or at-risk loved ones, or triumphed in our sports, education, or activities, we have always been supported by others. Coronavirus didn't change that. Our teachers continued our education online. Our communities continue to root for us, and our staff, administrators, and essential workers kept us burning like an eternal flame. On behalf of the class of 2020, I thank you for all that you've done to make us grow, all that you've done to support us, and all the challenges you've helped us overcome. Without your help, none of us would be here right now. And to you, graduating class of 2020, congratulations for another decisive victory against the monster most painful to the human mind. It's easy to quit, easy to give up, but here you are continuing the fight. So the next time you're toe-to-toe with dramatic change and adversity, remember your senior year of high school. Remember how you beat it today, and you'll surely be able to beat it tomorrow. And as painful as it gets, never forget the good that always comes from great and dramatic change. We have conquered change yesterday, curbed coronavirus today, and we will overcome the challenges of tomorrow. Thank you, and congratulations.
Hello, graduates, Dr. Bernardo, Board of Education, parents, and family members. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Walt Whitman High School's 2020 graduation ceremony. I must thank our superintendent, Dr. Bernardo, Board of Education President, Mr. Nicholas Ciapetta, as well as the entire Board of Education and our district office staff, as well as our beloved teaching staff for their continued support and presence within the high school. I must also acknowledge the parents of our graduates who deserve more than my recognition. They are the ones that pushed you when necessary, held you when hurting, and praised you when you needed it the most. It is your parents and family members that have been with you all along the way this 13-year educational journey. I wanted to start off this speech by saying this is one of the hardest ones I've ever had to write. In reflecting on what occurred this year and how our current seniors have had to endure such obstacles over these last few months, it truly breaks my heart on what these young men and women have had to face. I guess in life we learn from our disappointments and defeats, making us understand the importance of resiliency and determination. But how does that translate to a student's senior year? In all my years of education, I believe that this has been one of the hardest years for both educators and students alike. Being ripped away from your peers at such a crucial time is something that no student should ever have to face. A student's senior year is something to look forward to. It is a year teeming with tradition and pride, marking the end of one journey and the beginning of another. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Life is a journey, not a destination." I believe that these words could not hold truer for this class. It is your journey at Walt Whitman and the subsequent last few months that have truly shaped each person's ideas, lives, and opinions about the world around them. It is the struggles on that journey that have shaped our perspectives of the world and how to navigate through them. I guess that's what life is like. Life is never supposed to be easy. The things we face this year together, I believe, have truly shaped how we will view the world and allow us to understand how precious life really is. Knowing that you've had to overcome so many obstacles and persevere through such dark times has given me faith that the future is bright and that the people we honor today will make sure that this nation and our world are in good hands. Selfishly, I don't want to see any one of you go. Over these last 4 years, you have brought a sense of energy to this building that has allowed us to become such a force within the greater Huntington community. The bonds of friendship that have been made, not only between each other, but with also me, will endure long past your graduation date, and I look forward to seeing all of you grow and prosper. While I wish we have been able to end this year with some normalcy, I take solace in the fact that you will leave us with the ability to change the world. As a principal, I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I must say that the students leaving this year are some of my favorite throughout my entire career. Not because they were good students or they were good athletes, but because they were good people. You have embodied the importance of compassion and empathy, and I believe that you have realized that this is one of your greatest strengths. You are able to look at the world with new eyes. You know how things should and can be, and have the strength to change them for the better. Like a proud parent, I leave all my hopes and dreams in your hands, and know that there will be failures, but I also believe you have the strength to overcome them, and have shown that this year in particular. What you have accomplished is nothing short of amazing. You are some of the best and brightest graduates Whitman has ever had. You leave us to go to college and universities that far surpass those of your predecessors, and I look forward to seeing what you will achieve beyond the walls of Walt Whitman. Please know that while you leave our building, you never leave our hearts. I will always remember you as a class that truly defined the word community. And will miss seeing you on the playing fields, on the stages, and in the hallways. As you leave us, I will hold on to the memories that we have made here at Whitman. The laughs we shared, the tears we shed, and the sense of pride we felt knowing that we were part of something larger than ourselves. You give us hope that the future is bright and that we can succeed as long as we are all in this together. I guess that's my message this year, the word together. Together we can achieve anything. Together we're stronger than any pandemic. Together we are Whitman. Please remember this, community and high school are here for you always, and I hope one day the honor of seeing you as parents and showing the next generation of Whitman how to make lasting change. As with all my speeches, I leave you with this Walt Whitman quote, which I believe embodies the passions and energies that all of you today have shown over your 4 years here at Walt Whitman High School. Keep your face always toward the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. Live life to the fullest. Never compromise on your dreams, and find solace in the fact that you are loved by everyone around you. I wish you all the best as you enter the next stage of your life, and look forward to hearing about the lasting memories you will make for the years to come.
First and foremost, I'd like to welcome the Board of Education, the Administrative Cabinet, all members of the Whitman administration, teachers, parents, and my fellow classmates of 2020 for all joining me today for Walt Whitman's 90th graduation commencement ceremony. Honestly, I never thought I'd make it here. Not that I would drop out or anything, but I've always been a doubtful child, mostly concerned about my life expectancy. I was worried I wasn't ready to handle what was waiting for me when I'm older. Serious stuff, like quicksand or the Bermuda Triangle, pirates maybe. I was ready, but apparently not ready enough. Murder clowns freshman year, easy. Chemistry with Mr. Olson, I'd rather take on a clown, but we got through it. AP hell junior year, more difficult, but it turns out your tear ducts just quit when they've reached their lifetime quota. But senior year, yeah, well, in that case, I think this ceremony is the best visual representation of when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. In September, my biggest concern was Q3 senioritis, third quarter. We all know there isn't much worse after Q3, but I was wrong. We were all wrong. There is a fourth quarter variant. Its official diagnosis is classified as senioritis quarantineus, a deadly illness. For our final transcripts, that is. The rate of spread is incomparable to anything else we've seen. I knew I had it when my brother asked me how English was going. I had to check the parent portal to see if I was even enrolled in an English class for this quarter. It turns out I was. Oops. I guess walking through the halls to my classes was just muscle memory, but even that fades with time. It's just one of those things you take for granted until you lose it. We all came into senior year expecting to see the reward of 13 years of grueling torture. I mean, wonderful education. But as we all know, plans changed, and they changed quick. It turns out no other class in history has dealt with being on the brink of war, a deadly worldwide pandemic, murder hornets, or a massive civil justice protest all in a matter of 6 months. But why would we be like any other class? We were born into the country recovering from the atrocities of 9/11, raised during an immense financial crisis, endured the largest hurricane to hit Long Island, and discovered ourselves as we grew into the young adults we are now. Clearly, we are no strangers to overcoming struggle. Our environment has made us stronger and better equipped for the curveballs life likes to throw at us. During these times, we have all made sacrifices, both willing and not so willing. We have lost our lip sync, our VY day, our banquet, our prom. But the universe always finds a way to balance things out. Don't think for a second we have lost our legacy here at Whitman. We will forever be the infamous class of 2020. And it won't be because of some virus, but because we have prevailed during these trying times and kept a sense of togetherness when so much has transpired to keep us apart. We came into Whitman as a class, but we will be leaving it as a family. From what I've learned here at Whitman, I can be certain of two things. First, I am certain that we are, and forever will be, the strongest class to leave these walls behind and make the world our home. Second, I am certain that we will be the generation of students that is responsible for cleaning our skies from pollutants, cleaning our oceans from contaminants, and cleaning our society from prejudice and inequality. We are destined for greatness. After all, it is the flower that blooms in adversity that is the most rare and beautiful of them all. I'm honored to stand before you today to present the class of 2020 senior gifts. First, I would like to give thanks to the family of a Whitman senior who generously donated a boulder for our class to decorate, which will serve as a testimonial for our longevity and strength. I would also like to thank Embroid Me for donating 500 shirts to commemorate our graduation. As a final gift to the school, the class of 2020 has created the official flag of Walt Whitman High School that will be flown outside the PAC. Seniors, for some of us ending this chapter may be sad, but for others it may be a blessing. But it will be how we write our next chapters that will determine the life we will live, the place we will call home, and the happiness we share. Congratulations, seniors. We made it.
Hi, I'm Board of Education President Nicholas Iapetta, and I want to congratulate the class of 2020 on satisfying all of the requirements needed to graduate from Walt Whitman High School. This certainly isn't the way I expected to address the class of 2020, but it is vital that we continue our long-standing traditions as best we can. This year has challenged us all, but the ability to overcome adversity and disappointment are characteristics that will serve you well throughout your life. The pandemic may have deprived you of many of the cherished events and ceremonies that you have been looking forward to for years, but it cannot take away your academic and extracurricular accomplishments. It cannot lessen your spirit. it cannot diminish your legacy as a class of grace and empathy. Indeed, the manner in which you have handled this year's disappointment and your appreciation for the bigger picture reflects so positively on you and your parents. Your legacy was further cemented with one of the most noteworthy class gifts of recent memory. The great maroon boulder that now rests behind the bleachers symbolizes your strength and will benefit every graduating class to come. As you know, the South Huntington School District has a rich and long history that stretches over 95 years and a strong sense of community spirit. Many of our graduates, like Kimberly Latko and Ray Spatafora, have chosen to raise their families here and return to work in the hallways and buildings where they once roamed as students. And hundreds of other current students are either second or third generation South Huntingtonians. There is just something so special about the culture that we have created in South Huntington that draws people back with a magnetic force. Your senior class gift will establish a new and lasting tradition that will connect future generations of South Huntington students. The Board of Education is so proud of how you have represented the school district and community during your years with us, and know that the lessons you have learned here will serve you well. We cannot wait to see what the future holds for you. I hope that as you begin this new chapter of your life, you will always hold a special place in your heart for the maroon and white. Congratulations once again, and best of luck.
It's hard to imagine that there has been or ever will be a graduating class to experience the incredible upheavals that each and every one of you have endured over the past 5 months. The reality is that your lives have been turned absolutely upside down. And when you should have been immersed in the same celebrations that graduates have enjoyed for more than a century, you were presented with uncertainty, disappointment, and heartbreak to a degree that would have challenged even the most optimistic of human beings. Let's be honest, you have every right to be frustrated, and you'd even be justified in feeling a little bit angry right now. I'll argue, however, that anyone who would have expected that type of emotion from the 500 of you, well, they just didn't really know the class of 2020. You see, it's been said that the quality of our lives are not judged by the difficult things that happen to us, but by our reaction to those setbacks that happen to us. If that old axiom is true, and I believe in my heart and soul that it is, this year's journey has distinguished you as one of the most incredible groups of human beings to have ever graced our district schools. I know that this is all different than any of you ever imagined, but please, don't let the changes in events and traditions detract from the incredible legacy of scholarship, artistic creativity, athletic prowess, and most importantly, heartfelt service that you brought to this community. To me, the richly diverse, loving, caring class that I met when you were just starting 5th grade, you represent the beauty of the South Huntington vision. You see, we're not perfect, but we are different. We're different because of our willingness to join hands and to learn, to discuss, to grow, to disagree, to compromise, and most importantly, to love. At a time when people are searching for answers, you, the class of 2020, represent a shining, beautiful ray of hope for others to emulate. And I love you for the brilliant example that you set for us. Of course, the people that sit with you today, who cheered your victories, championed your causes, felt your pain, and even dried your breakup tears on occasion, they are feeling something today that only a parent can understand. While you know these people love you, it's the depths of that love, the power of that connection that my words can't really capture right now. Your mom and dad's connection to you right now, at this very moment, is the most intense feeling that exists in all of human emotions. You are your parents' very reason for living. You are their pride, their joy, their hopes, and their dreams, all wrapped up into one. And today, you're taking a step on a journey that they know eventually ends in your independence. You see, this parenting thing is one of the most intense and complicated adventures in the world. At the beginning, you're totally dependent on us, them, your parents, for everything from food to clothing. And gradually, your parents, gradually all of us, teach you things with the goal of increasing your independence. With mom and dad's help, you learn to read, ride a bike, shake a firm hand, look someone in the eye when you're talking to them, say please and thank you, and so much more. Yet as your parents teach you every one of these things, they are in fact gradually putting themselves out of business. You see, parenting is the ultimate sacrifice. Parenting is a bright, beautiful, painfully difficult calling that requires a person to give up pieces of themselves, all in the hopes that if you are listening and they're doing their jobs well, you'll need them less each year. In other words, parents spend their lives working for the moment when you walk out the door and fashion your own life. And that, my friends, is one of the most bittersweet, complex, crazy feelings in the world. And that's what they're feeling right now. So as you interact with mom and dad and grandma and grandpa this weekend, try to be a little patient with the extra hugs and tears. Try to understand that your parents are processing the reality that the person that they love, even more than they love themselves, is becoming a man or woman. And that is an incredibly complex, beautiful, confusing, loving, frustrating feeling. So now as I say goodbye to you, I'd like to leave you with the same words I've left graduating classes for the same, different 17 years. Each one's been different. Same words, different classes. I hope you take a piece of South Huntington pride with you in this next phase of your life. I hope you find college life rewarding and fall in love with your new school the way we fell in love with you. I hope you find a career that makes it a pleasure to get up in the morning and keeps you proud each and every day. I hope you meet a person whose eyes you can stare into one day and say, I do, knowing you've met a soulmate that you could have for the rest of your life. I hope you know the incredible blessing of having a son or daughter wrap their arms around you and say the words, Mommy, Daddy, you're my best friend. I hope you know the blessings of good health. I hope you're close with your own parents and you recognize their wisdom and love for many, many years to come. And most of all, I hope you remember us and keep Walt Whitman High School and South Huntington alive in your hearts for the rest of your lives. It's been a pleasure to share the lives of the class of 2020. And I'll be forever proud that we stood together. I know that our school community, state, and nation will be a far better place with you at the helm. Godspeed, class of 2020. We love you very much.
Garrett Adal.
Carmela Abatello.
Heather Abeni. Isabella Rose Adamovitz.
Brandon Aguilar.
Kelvin Alexander Aguilar.
Miriam Ahmad.
Huzafa Ahmed.
Emily M. Alfaro Benitez.
Alina Ali.
Michael Aloisi.
Priscilla Alonso.
Paola Alvarado.
Kelly Alvarado Rivera.
Cindy Vanessa Alvarez Garay.
Jennifer Alvarez Giron.
Nelson Alvarez Rodriguez. Emmanuel Anglad.
Elman Aparicio.
Carla Aparicio.
Ashley Apaza Chacon.
Melvin Arevalo Espinal.
Ariana Argenzio.
Nancy Argueta Hernandez.
Nicholas Grant Arthur.
Lincoln Archery.
Sammy Asif.
Zainab Asif.
Sarah N. Genevieve Astiger.
Anna Avila Velasquez.
Andrew Avila.
Yagmer Eikenot.
Wally Azar.
Aiden M. Aziz.
Edward Von Backer.
Olivia Ruth Bamberger.
Owen G. Banting.
Aaliyah C. Barnes.
Jeffrey Patrick Barone.
Richard Joseph Barone.
Gerardo J. Barraza.
Jesse Beach.
Salvatore Bellafiore.
Joshua Bellamy. Jocelyn Beltran Pineda.
Daniel Fernando Beltran. Amelia Bernatonite.
Michelle Adamaris Berrios.
Bradley Kenneth Blaney.
Nathan J. Blank.
Nina Blankson. Shauna L. Bonalavri.
Isabella Matea Bonvicin.
Christopher Ryan Borges.
Gregory Marcos Borsowski.
Matthew Bradbury.
Jack T. Brady.
Julia Rose Brannis.
Luke Brennan.
Patrick William Bresnan.
Andrew Brown.
Armani Eric Brown.
Matthew Makoto Brown.
Tara Browning.
Javon M. Bryan.
Francis Bueno.
Victoria A. Bueso.
Joshua M. Bukowski.
Brandon Caceres.
Ryan John Kajowski.
Matthew F. Calandra.
Yadira Calderon Castro.
Michael D. Callahan.
Jordan Ashley Campanelli.
Christine A. S. Campbell.
Annalise H. Campo.
Guillermo Campos.
Ruth Campos Chavez.
Darwin E. Campos Morera.
Ever Campos Saravia.
Isabella L. Canales.
Mark Canales.
Dennis A. Canales Mejia. Samantha Lorraine Carey.
Tyrell Carpenter.
Tyrese Carpenter.
Jessica Noel Castagna.
Alyssa K. Caviolo.
Dylan Sella.
Christopher Chalco Samaniego.
Alondra Chavez Hernandez.
Luis A. Chavez Quintanilla.
Ulysses Chicas.
Ariana V. Churko.
Juliana E. Chiraboga.
Nayara Chaudhry.
Isa Akrem Chowdhury.
Person G. Cisneros Campos.
Allison Clark.
Sarah Klopper.
Carrie Coleman.
Kayla M. Call.
William Thomas Collins IV.
Nicholas Contessa.
Milton Contreras.
Victoria Corchado.
Wendy's Cordova Barrios. Nora Faith Colishaw.
Kevin Michael Kozar.
Sarah Eden Crapanzano.
Jillian A. Crowley.
Jalen Cruz.
Melvin Alexander Cruz.
Hillary Cruz Ferreira.
Henry Cruz Flores.
Luke Consolo.
Olivia Consolo.
Carly Nicole Dammer.
Anthony Asenza Davy.
Christina M. de Blasio.
Cara De Bruin.
Nicholas Martin DiGaetano.
Caitlin N. Demure.
Corinne DeRosa.
Haley Ann Dearborn.
Thomas Decker.
Michael S. Deach.
Joseph Delisio.
Peter DeMeo.
Andriana Patricia DiBartolomeo.
James DiBartolomeo.
Alexander Di Lorenzo.
Tatiana N. Dotto.
Daniela Doran.
Joseph Keith Dowling.
Shane J. Duffy.
Eric Dye.
Emma Edelman.
Anna Marie Edwards.
Emily A. Angoran.
Alejandro Enriquez.
Rafael Espinelli.
Abdul Fahim.
Hamza Farouk.
April Elizabeth Farrell.
Garrison Scott Farrell.
Kelly Ann Feldman.
Joseph Alexander Fiola.
Tommy Figueroa.
Sean Bradley Finnan.
Kristen Lynn Finnerty.
Gabrielle Fiordalisi.
Daniel Flores.
Lydia Flores.
Milton E. Flores.
Pamela Flores Chalco.
Jessica Flores Medina.
William E. Floyd.
Diana Soleil Fogel.
Jeremy Stan Foreman.
Jason Frodera.
Edwin Francia Areola.
Glorabel Franco.
Samantha Francois. Madison Lourdes Fulcher.
Jake Caswell Fullerton. Grace Galasso.
Andrew Vito Galati.
Brian Garcia.
Jason Garcia Campos.
Jana Reese Gordon.
Bronco Garrido.
Makai K. Gilbert.
Gabrielle Rose Gerard.
Cassidy Ann Guidici.
Gabrielle Rose Guidici.
Colby Goldsmith.
Olivia Rose Golombowski.
Kenya Esmeralda Gonzalez.
Yoselin Gonzalez Contreras.
Lauren Elizabeth Gotard.
Emma Olivia Graff.
Estefany Granados.
Trevor Christopher Greaves.
Janiyah Green.
Junior Grijalva Gudiel.
Christopher Dylan Grillo.
Edwin Guadardo Lemus,
Ashley Gateau,
Noria Halimi,
Ethan Hale,
Brianna Hansen,
Kareen Harris,
Amelia M. Hatton,
Brian Zachary Hauser,
Oscar A. Hernandez,
Brian Hernandez Galdaman,
Yeserson Hernandez Garcia,
Talia Yvette Hernandez Wilson,
Romulo Herrera Antunes,
Tiana Hilton,
Raymond P. Hoffman,
Alan S. Holtzman,
Stephen S. Hong, salutatorian,
Kimberly Ann Hoppy,
Gretel Erica Huber,
Jake Philip Iacino,
Nimra Ishtiak,
Schneidi Ismera,
Alexa B. Jaffe,
Kate Margaret Jenkins,
Anashali Jerez,
Andy Jang,
Jillian Jobson,
Jules Julian,
Priya Katwala,
Bridget Irene Kenny,
Dana Rose Togler,
Adil I. Khan,
Isha Khan,
Leah Khan,
Sydney Khan,
Andrew J. Kim,
Nicholas King,
Kaloyan Kieran,
Alexandra Marie Nell,
Olivia Rees Kongabo,
Daniel Kulesa,
Haley R. Kurtzberg,
Lance Labella,
Ronnie L. Lane Jr.,
Jake Thomas Lang, Tamari Laster,
Chance Lawton,
Andrew Ledbetter, Andrew Latelier,
Summer Brooke Levinsky,
Tamia Lewis,
Juliana Beatriz Licona,
Raquel T. Litt,
Giovanni Sebastian Lamino,
Maria Jose Lopez,
Tanya Lopez Bustillo,
Debbie Lopez Diaz, Thania Sofio Loza Morales,
Zachary J. Lucana,
Daniel Frederick Lucas,
Aiden T.
Lupker.
Brianna Luperon.
Caitlin Marie Lupton.
Sierra Alexis Madrid.
Paige Gabrielle Mayer.
Eric Maldonado.
Vivian Maldonado.
Jason Maldonado Gonzalez.
Sandy Maldonado Uloa.
Annie Mencia Matitet.
Nicole Page Mangano. Miguel Manzanares.
Catherine Manzano.
Peter James Marion.
Kevin Luis Martin.
Carlos Daniel Martinez Garcia.
Joniel Martinez Rodriguez.
Marissa Rose Martino.
Iyad Masood.
Raymond Matuza.
Frank Anthony McGuigan.
Jakari McKay. Ruslin Matthew McGough. Thomas Robert McNulty.
Jonathan Madrano Flores.
Angie Mejia Lopez.
Jennifer Mahia Rodriguez.
Gabriela Michelle Mejia Salazar.
Michael Mendolia.
Nicole Mendoza.
Alvaro Maris Hernandez.
Ryan Jason Meyer.
Tyler Joseph Meyer.
Catherine Marie Miata.
Rixie Mila Sanchez.
Gabriela A. Minjin.
Dean Nicholas Maurices.
Brady Mondry.
Jamie R. Montague.
Nicasio Montaner.
Jose Montoya.
Stephen C. Mora.
Brian Morales. Jimmy Alexio Morales.
Juan Morales Ramirez.
Kimberly Stephanie Moran Mendez.
Andy Morera Quintanilla.
Cecia Moreno.
Anusha Mubashir.
Joshua C. Mullers.
Gursagar Multani.
Gilberto Antonio Murcia Cisnado.
Emily Elizabeth Murphy.
Sarah Rebecca Nace.
Diane Nadim.
Alina Michal Nasir.
Tamur Nawaz.
Christian Nelson.
Lindsay Nelson.
Christopher M. Newman.
Peter Anthony Nicolino.
Jonathan Nolasco Saravia.
Anna Marie Noonan.
David Nottingham.
Anuti Nunez.
Mikais Nunez.
Freddie Nunez Cuellar.
Andrew O'Brien.
Carly O'Riordan.
Kevin Ochoa. Melvin Ochoa Amaya.
Daniela Andrea Orellana.
Aurelie Orellana Ramirez.
Andy M. Orellana Ramos.
Oscar S. Ortez.
Carlos Ortez Canales.
Hannah E. Pasileo.
Thomas Andrew Palladino. Eleni Emma Papiakovu.
Marvin Parada.
Jennifer T. Parada Melgar.
Naya Paul.
Jacob Paz.
Joseph Pecorella.
Jairo Alexander Perdomo Alvarez.
Emily Perez.
Ethan Perez.
Maricels Perez.
Sabrina Agnes Petrizo.
Tyler Joseph Phelan.
Matthew Phillip.
Kevin Pigno.
Selvin Pineda Hernandez.
Nayeli Pinero.
Michelle Perozzi.
Randall Placido Gonzalez.
James Robert Polk.
Jamil Ponce Luna.
Giselle Portillo Umana.
Julio Quintanilla Lazo.
Cesar Quintero Quadra.
Naweed Qureshi.
Jocelyn S. Ramirez.
Tatiana M. Ramirez.
Pedro Ramirez Flores.
Alyssa Michelle Ramsaray. Connor James Rankle.
Nicole Lynn Rapachulo.
Michaela A. Ratazzi.
Paola Rauda Hernandez.
Amir Razak.
Lauren Hannah Redelman.
Michaela Luis Riley.
Kamaswad Rex Ezampade.
Giselle D. Reyes.
Kenneth Reyes.
William Reyes.
Valen Colby Richardson.
Kayla Regal. Amanda J. Ria.
Emily Regina Riha.
Anthony William Rinaldi.
Sienna Marlene Rizzo.
Lily Eugene Robert.
Destiny Robinson.
Adriana Rocha.
Isabella R. Rombaldi.
Kevin Romero.
Julissa M. Romero Martinez.
Jaden Rosa.
Sebastian A. Rosa.
Kevin Rosales Alice.
Christopher Vincent Rosano.
Stephanie Jane Ross.
Nicholas Braden Rose.
Chloe Rosenfeld.
Cole J. Rudnick.
Dylan Ruff.
Natalia Ruiz.
Brianna Rotolo.
Jacelyn Irene Rutolo.
Vincent M. Risotto.
Amanullah Sadiq.
Danielle Safian.
Kayla Lauren Sakayan.
Emmanuel Angel Salcedo.
Jake Louis Salerno.
Brandon R. Sales.
Paola Mayerly Salinas Limas.
Anna Salmoron Garcia.
Juliana Salzone.
Cypher Sanchez. Yamim Sanchez Argueta.
Mario Sandoval.
Dominic Sarabella.
Derwin Saravia.
Natalie Saravia.
Brenda Sarai Saravia Correz.
Noel Jacob Schwatner.
Isaiah Seeley.
Brianna M. Seda.
Alexa Seifert.
Julia Seitz.
Daniel Scaraglio.
Juliana Scaraglio.
Ariana Sheikh.
Danielle Olivia Shaneberger.
Ja Ki Shi.
Lamia Shormi.
Ariba Sadiki.
Bilal A. Siddiqui.
Umema Siddiqui.
Matthew S. Silverman.
Logan Avery Slansky.
Rachel Kim Smith. Fiona Smith.
Wissal Sopti.
Nicole Sorensen.
Jeffrey R. Sorto.
Mario Enrique Sosa.
Stephanie Soto Castillo.
Kaylee Southard.
Brianna Adrian Spencer, James Robert Stanton,
Ian Stedgen,
Daniel Francis Steigerwald,
Megan Catherine Stengel,
Caleb Michael Sullivan,
Christian Simmons,
Bizad Tabibzada,
Elvira Luis Ashu Mibi Taku,
Amanda T. Taveras,
Mary A. Tereski,
Amtul Fakir,
James Andrew Thoman,
Rabingo Thomas,
Sage Ira Thomas,
Dylan Eugene Thayer, Sarah Julia Tobin,
Kyle E. Torsivia,
Erica Catherine Torres,
Freddie Torres Amador,
Luke P. Towers,
Barbara Josephine Trippi, Emma Catherine Toohey,
Riley C. Turner,
Natalie Kathleen Ugenti,
Marlon Uloa Martinez,
Christopher E. Umana,
Daniel Uvina,
John Vaccaro,
Marjorie Valadares,
Joseph Gerard Varisco,
Marlon Alexander Vasquez,
Linaldo Vega,
Marlon Velasquez,
Douglas Alexander Velasquez Menjivar,
Alan Velis Carrillo,
Stephen E. Verderame, valedictorian,
Jessica Vest,
Joshua Victor,
Catherine Vigil,
Edwin Villalta,
Chris Villatoro,
Jonathan Villatoro,
Saul A. Villatoro,
Belkin J. Villorio,
Hermas Valorio Reyes,
Susan Wahab,
Aliana Wang,
Justin C. Ward,
Christopher Ian Williams,
Connor Williams,
Kevin James Robel,
Gabriella Yanis,
Melanie Yodice,
Elliot C. Min Yoon,
Ahmad Zadran,
Adam Zafar,
Subhana K. Zafar,
Jackson Michael Zafe,
Riley Zalbert,
Enki Zhao,